Hello, welcome to the first edition of Consider This. This is a series where we're going to tell stories told by a guy named Jesus over 2,000 years ago, and we're going to see if those stories have any wisdom for us today. I've even come up with my own theme song. Consider this, won't you consider this? Do you ever spend time worrying about the future, worrying about what people might think about you, worried about any particular situation that you might be in? I know that I do. I spend way too much time being anxious about things that are going on in my life or things that I wish were going on in my life and aren't or haven't started yet. Do you worry? I don't worry. I'm pretty laid back. I don't know what the situation can be for you. It can be anything. Do I want strawberry Pop-Tarts today? Or do I want cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts? We spend a lot of time worrying, even if it's going on in the back of our head. So what do we do? What do we do in life with our anxiety, with our worry? Won't you consider this? Jesus was given this great talk, and it was really long. It was on this hill. In fact, it's called the Sermon on the Mount. And in there, he gives his friends some advice about how not to worry. The first thing he asks us to consider is birds. Now, some people say birds aren't real, but that's silly. They're very real. I'll fly away, oh glory. Ooh. In fact, Jesus asks us to consider them. He says, look at the birds of the sky. They neither farm or collect a lot of food, but God still gives them everything that they need. So why do you worry? Aren't you more valuable to me than a bunch of birds? And he doesn't answer the question because the question's meant to be obvious. Of course you are. Then he asks us to consider something else. He says, consider the lilies of the field. Basically, look at all the pretty flowers and how God creates something beautiful that is here one minute and gone the next. And doesn't he care about you so much more than he cares about flowers? My yard right now outside of this room is a bunch of weeds. If I don't mow it, then all the weeds just grow up. But it's crazy how in all those weeds, there's still some really beautiful wildflowers that won't last very long. If he cares about weeds, I know he cares about you, and I know he cares about me. So he says because of that, we don't need to worry. He provides for the birds. He provides for the flowers. He's gonna provide for you because he cares so much more about you than he does care about those things. So what is it that has you worried? What is it that you might be anxious about? If it's a big thing or a little thing, it doesn't matter. Because God says, if you would let it go and give it to me, I will give you back peace. He says, if only you would seek me first, I would give you everything you need. But one of the problems is we're so focused on our problems. What if this week you instead chose to focus on God and to seek him in maybe a new way or a fresh way, or maybe for the first time? Take your eyes off your problems and give them to God and see what he can do with them. Hey, you've probably tried a lot to fix all your problems. How's it going so far? Let go and let God. I think that's a pretty great saying. Try it this week, see what happens. Give your Young Life leader a call, ask a lot of questions. We're here for you. We love you. And I will always love you. We wish we could see you face to face, but until then, be safe. God bless. See you next time.